Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Traders Show, another podcast, another episode where we get to talk about different things relating to the Forex industry and sometimes also pan out and talk about entrepreneurship and business and such stuff because they're all intertwined, they're all related. But today we'll be talking about our new product, our new course, Project FX, how to get funded. So this came about before the boys introduced themselves. This basically, if I just do an introduction, this came about us been trading in the prop firm industry for the past couple of years, and many people don't understand it. And last week, or depending on when this video will come out, a couple of weeks back, we launched our course, and we had about 60 to 70 people here who came and interacted with us, and we had a sort of a live podcast which we didn't record, and that's why we're doing this one, where we talked about why we brought in the course, which we'll talk about in this podcast, where prop firms come from, why you should take advantage of it at the moment before time runs out, how to get funded, a bigger account compared to trading a $100 account, $200 account, and much more. So in the course that we've just released, which is a 3-day bootcamp, we'll be talking a lot about strategies, psychology of trading prop firms, risk management, an overview of what prop firm industries are, how they make money, how you should trade them, and such stuff. There's a lot entailed in that course, which is just 3 days and will be running every month. So the next one that we have will be running this October. So if you're interested at the end of the podcast or as the podcast continues, make sure to read our description and join us as soon as you can. But apart from that, I'll let my boys introduce themselves before we get into the deeper part of what the podcast is all about today. Taras.
Yeah, thank you. Greetings, everyone, listeners, followers. We appreciate for consistently listening to us and demanding much more content in terms of podcasts. So we are trying so much to be consistent at this again. So last podcast again was about prop firms, majorly about our experience with my Forex funds and what happened there. So I think we all accepted and moved on. Nothing promising seems to come out of that deal. So we are focusing now on getting other accounts and other firms to risk with and trade with. So in this podcast, again, we're going to talk now deeply about our course, what it entails, who it's meant for, how it can help you in your trading, in scaling capital. Because again, that is majorly the problem that most traders face as they come into trading. Lack of skill. Then most of you probably have been self-taught. You've had a mentor here or there. But again, scaling capital becomes really difficult. Even if you're trading, let's say, a $5,000 retail account, it's pretty difficult to make substantial returns with such accounts. So again, with the rise of prop firms, most traders have shifted to that side. But again, as Caleb said, it took us about a year and a half before we came to realize the tips and tricks of surviving in such tight markets. So again, we're trying to make it easier for you, people who are trying now to come into prop firms, and help you at least have a shorter time than us in terms of passing the prop firms and again maintaining your accounts and such things. So I think that will be the topic of today, and I'm eager to share what I have. Ken.
So hi guys, welcome back to another episode. Like my colleagues have said, we're going to talk about our new project, what we are intending to do with that, how it came about, and the different things that are going on in that scene. I think the prop firm scene is now very, very hot. 2 years ago, it was just nothing was really that hot. It was there, some people knew it, but mostly the people who would go for prop firm challenges were the veteran traders, the people who had traded for a couple of years before prop firms even existed. I think when you started trading, prop firms didn't exist, or at least the business model was quite different. But for the last 2 years, an influx of prop firms has come about. Very many cases again of people probably trading, not getting paid, people failing challenges, people not being able to keep their accounts for long. So a lot is happening in the scene. It's a whole new scene. We don't know the future of the scene. Much is likely to change. I think the last episode we talked about what happened to my Forex funds and the implications it has. But in this episode, we're going to talk about a new project and how I intend to help people trade the prop firm scene. So my name's Akian. I think I'll start off. To start off, I think I won't first talk about what Project FX really is, I think the more important thing for me to talk about, then my colleagues can talk about what Project FX is how was Project FX born? So we tend to have people inquiring from us different things about prop firms. Like I remember when we have all been trading, we found one or two people asking about, okay, how did you pass the challenge, or how do you manage to make returns, or how do you withdraw money, or which prop firm should I use, or how do you manage the 5% daily drawdown, or how do you manage to achieve the 8% target. Those are different questions. There's a set of questions there which entail different things. Some are psychological, others entail risk management, others revolve around discipline, others revolve around the general knowledge of how markets work. So there's a lot that is encompassed in prop firms. If you're completely new, I can assure you don't stand a chance at making money in prop firms. It's way harder to make money in the prop firm scene than it is when you're trading your retail account. Reason is the rules that are there are quite tight. You don't have a lot of rooms to make mistakes. In your own personal account, you can make a lot of mistakes and still be at around 5, 6, 7% drawdown. And that won't have a lot of implications, in your long-term returns. But in the prop firm scene, being down 6% is huge. Psychologically, it's very tough because you only have 2, 4, 6% margin, depending on each prop firm you're trading with. So there's a lot of nitty-gritties that you need to be aware around. And most people are not aware around those rules. How do you navigate those rules? We have been trading those prop firms for about 2 years, and we've made a lot of mistakes. I think over those 2 years, we've lost some accounts due to faulty risk management. We've lost some accounts due to trying to make money very fast. We've passed the challenges and given back some profits due to the money mindset. So there was a lot that needs to be shared with people. So I have a call that so you can feel that I'm doing that a couple of times. So there was a lot that we needed to pass along, and that's why we decided to create a new product, Project FX, which focuses solely on prop firms. How do you navigate the prop firm scene? How do you choose a prop firm? What do you pay attention to? How do you navigate the payouts? How do you trade around the prop firm? How do you navigate those rules? How do you make sure you don't go down, let's say 5%? So there's a lot that is contained in that program, and I think I'll pass it on to my colleagues to share more about the program.
Go on. I feel like I'll talk about who the program is meant for.
Okay, cool. So, prop firms now. Prop firms are a life-changing, what can we say, opportunity?
Yeah.
Life-changing, yeah.
Lifetime. Not life-changing, lifetime.
What do you mean lifetime?
Life-changing.
Lifetime.
Lifetime?
Yeah.
What's lifetime? Lifetime is like a lifetime subscription.
Lifetime opportunity this is an opportunity that exists for a very short time.
That's not lifetime.
That's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yes. No, that's once in a lifetime, yes.
That's what I mean.
Okay. So Ken's cold is getting into his head. It's a bit slow. But anyway, my point is to say, yeah, it's a once in a lifetime changing opportunity, which if you don't take advantage of it at the moment, you're going to miss out on a big opportunity, especially if you're traders now. I've seen a lot of traders, now different traders go with different names, just the same way born in different years, you go by different names. Gen Z, Millennium, Saitko, Gen X, kuna Gen Y, Gen Z.
I'm not sure.
Which one comes after Gen Z? There's the Millennials.
Gen X.
There's Gen X. But anyway.
Guys, you're on air, man.
The one that came after. So also in trading, there are those types. There are people who are trading Kitambo. There are people who are trading now. Like now, the names that are called with the traders who are going are the prop firm traders. The guys who've never traded a live account, personal live account. They just went straight into trading. The demo accounts that they sort of traded was directly with the prop firms, and then they got their live accounts using prop firms. So they've never really traded using their own money. And this has really helped a lot of people.
It's called Generation Alpha.
Gen Alpha.
From 2010 to 2024.
Okay.
Millennials, Gen Z, Alpha.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Ken told you. So the next one can be Gen Omega. So anyway, to stick to the point, my point was many new traders have come and have gone through that direction, which is a good thing. But at the same time, you also miss out on the real side of trading, like what Ken was talking about, the side where if you're trading a prop firm, you only have a maximum, depending on the prop firm, of 10, 12% or 8% maximum drawdown, which is good for a professional trader. But when you're starting out, it's very easy to make those mistakes in between that small risk parameter. And that's what we did. We made a lot of mistakes trading these prop firms. There was what we call a daily drawdown. There's a maximum drawdown. Equity daily drawdown, such stuff. They're very complicated, and if you don't understand them, you'll make small mistakes. Understanding different prop firms with different brokers, which make you have to lot size differently. So there are many things that you need to understand before you get into prop firms, which we are going to be teaching in the course, and it's going to be a very interactive, practical course at the same time. So there are many guys who normally don't want to do the whole long-term course, the 2-month course. Now this one is a much better course for you, someone who's just looking for risk management or psychology. Now we have this product where we can teach you directly what risk management is all about, psychology, strategies of passing prop firms, okay, with respect to that. And if you take this thing, it's a life-changing in that you get a lot of access, a lot of access to a lot of capital. Okay, if I tell you right now, do you have $100,000? That's the amount you need to start trading. $50,000, $25,000 to trade and sort of survive off trading without much stress. Because at the same time, we talk about that a lot, and we talked about it in the launch when we were talking about you need a lot of capital and take little risk. Like we're talking with Taras, if you just do the math and can. If let's say you have a live $100,000 account, the goal for you is to consistently make money and not lose the account. So we normally trade around 1% risk per trade. But now if you have a big account, let's say you've scaled up to 300,000, if you have a risk reward of 1:2 and you risk 0.5% of $300,000, that's how much? 1.5K? $1,500. If you make a return of $3,000, you've only made 1% of a big amount of capital. Instead of trading $500 account and you're trying to grow it up to 3,000, that's multiplying it times 6. So the prop firm industries have allowed us to do that. Scale up to big capital, risk a little, and make a big substantial amount of return. If you can make 10% of $300,000, which is not a crazy return, it's a very realistic return which is achievable, you've made $30,000. Yeah. Yep. So now we've been trading these prop firms, we've been passing them, and now we want to share those gems with you. We want to share those ideas, okay? And just like Ken said, this came about people asking about how did you pass a prop firm? How can you help me? How can you show me how to do the same? So we want to do this for a certain amount of time as we push ourselves. Remember, at the same time, we are growing. We're growing as traders. We want to scale up. We want to go into trading full time. So as the time is now, it's best for you. Like I like joking with some of my clients, best join us now if you really want the 3 of us to train you, because we're getting to a point where maybe you might get people to do that as we go full time into trading. Okay, at the end of the day, we want to become best traders, not the best teachers. Okay, so but teaching has been something we've been wanting to do, just as feedback from you guys. So at the same time, my boys and I have been funded for a couple of months, and we want to share those gems with you. And I think something that's important, and I remember we were sharing last week with the students when they came for the launch, is that a lot of people normally think of trading in the wrong way. They think of it more of as multiplying money rather than consistently making money. And I found a group of students talking about how they want to grow their small account. Some of them were even saying, I don't really need a prop firm account. I believe, and you know, it's the media, it has shown us what we can see online. And trust you me, that is not the realistic way of trading. There's another person Taras was showing me yesterday, I won't mention him, but how he grew $1. It was $1 account.
I think 3,000 and something.
3,000 on TikTok, a Kenyan trader. And such stuff is not a realistic way, because if you ask that same person, show me other accounts that you did the same, you'll find that it's not something you can do over and over. You can get luck and just go up mara moja and your account just continues moving up. If like this week the gold has been falling, so if you sold gold at 1925, it's just been going down all the way to 1860.
Yep.
It reached
64.
Around 62, so it just went down. Okay, that one, you're lucky you didn't have any strategy, you just sold. But that is not a consistent way. Multiplying accounts is not the best way. The best way is to go with big amount and consistent returns, consistent realistic returns which are very achievable in the forex market. So that's basically what's in the course. The other things that are in it, come and join us. We have a lot entailed. I'm really excited to teach on it. It's a new course. We've been teaching the other one for quite some time, and now we want to incorporate with this one. And I'm quite excited to see how we can teach in 3 days. There are 2 sessions per day, a total of 6 sessions at the end of the course. Yeah. So I'm really excited. I'll leave Taras to say the rest, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Okay. Great description. So for me, I think, again, who is this project meant for, and who should be getting into prop firms? I feel like, again, how these prop firms, again, think they are very heavy on marketing, and they're really getting to the newest person. And a new trader sees an ad saying how you can trade $2 million. I feel like very many people, again, who didn't even know trading have known trading through prop firms because of their mass advertisements. I think every day on YouTube or on any social media I get into, the first ad that pops up is most likely a prop firm. So they are very heavy in that, and again, making a lot of people coming into prop firms when they are not yet ready for that. So again, as I always say, trading has steps of learning to trade, developing your systems, doing some demo, doing some backtest, getting at least into your own personal account to understand the psychological aspect, at least of trading, before you even jump into prop firms. And I feel like most traders now really want to jump away from that step-by-step journey to just getting into prop firms because of the dream of trading $1 million. And I feel like prop firms are really meant for mature traders. So again, it only makes sense if you have developed your system well, you understand the downside of your system, the upside of your system. You know the data of your system, mathematically they make sense. They can deliver a positive expectancy system. But most traders really don't work on such things. So again, through this course, we will be trying to evaluate traders and the levels whereby you're at in your trading. If you don't have a system, again, we'll advise you accordingly on how you can develop your system. If you need mentorship, you can start there. So again, most traders who really don't have systems are getting into prop firms, and that is why, again, most of them end up losing because they don't have a strategy. Actually, they're actually copying signals to trade prop firms and thinking they will work. So again, as Caleb said, it's a life-changing opportunity, but only for those who are prepared. I think opportunity means the prepared person, not really, it doesn't come by luck. So preparation is more important than trying to chase that big money. So again, if you're a new trader, don't really rush into it. Its time will come. Focus on developing your system, learning how to trade, learning how markets work, the players in the markets, the liquidities, and everything, understanding the fundamentals. Because again, if all these are not aligned, you don't have your back test, you don't know how you handle your risk management, even on a retail account. Trust me, on prop firms, your chances of survival are almost negligible. So again, only come into prop firms after you feel confident about your system, you've developed your system fully, and now you feel like it's now time to scale up capital. So again, trading really, and I feel like markets don't award mediocrity or condone mediocrity and such things. So it won't really spare you the road. It will have to teach you. So you'll lose so many accounts. And the issue is not that you don't know how to handle prop firms, you just don't have a system to trade. So again, an advice to most traders who are coming into prop firms, take it slow again, learn the ropes of how trading works, develop your system, be confident in your system that it can deliver returns, know your losing streaks, your winning streaks, and how you can play around with them so that you know how you can manage your risks in the prop firm scene. So again, that is just an advice to people who, again, the product is there, yes, but clearly it's not for everyone again. So we'll advise you to go for what is yours. So if you're new to trading, start with the mentorship. Will help you build your systems, get into a community, learn from other traders, learn from people who are also new to into the markets and probably are all struggling with the same challenges. So again, our community here at Financial Hub really offers that help, and I see a lot of people exchanging contacts, forming their own small groups to help each other, and that is really encouraging, seeing most people trying to again move together and not as a solo soldier. So again, just understand, if it's for you, come into it. If it's not for you, know what is needed of you before you get into prop firms again, because you'll realize again that it's like a trap cycle. The moment you get into it and you lose a challenge, you'll most likely just be buying more challenges, and you're not solving the root cause. So again, you'll find you've spent over 200,000-300,000 on buying challenges, but some challenges you might be lucky, you pass, but again, sustaining it becomes difficult. So again, I think following the process is very important to ensuring that the outcome is a bit more consistent in, as you know, trading prop firms. So that is just an advice to young traders coming into prop firms. First of all, take time to develop your systems. The time to make money will come pretty later. After you're confident in yourself, you have a plan, you have a trading plan, risk management plan, everything is in set that you can now believe I'm okay to trade. But again, if it's a fantasy to you, it's hope and everything. Trust me, trading, even without prop firms, no type of trading will work for you. So I think that's what I can say for now. But you guys coming into the program, I think will really help you understand, again, risk management is very, very critical on prop firms. I feel like we've failed some challenges purely because of asymmetric risks in the prop firm market. You're risking 1% and you only have an 8% room to play. So again, the risks there are a bit not skewed well. So we'll be handling such things as Ken was saying, the money mindset. So again, in prop firms, you really see $1,000 real money floating. Maybe you're aiming for 1,500. You take your 700 profit pretty early, because in our Kenyan economy, it really puts you on top. So again, overcoming the money mindset, such things will really help most traders at least navigate the prop firm scene better. So I'm also excited to see how this will turn out, how many people we will help, and God bless, man. Ken.
So for me, I think to sum it up, I'd encourage people to look at the prop firm opportunity. Like Caleb said, is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I always think about how you can, like we were looking at some people on Twitter with Lawi, and we could see clearly some people have been able to quickly, in a period of, let's say, a year or two, scale up from probably zero to about $1 million, and someone puts up an year where they make between $200,000 to $300,000. For me, that's the goal. I feel like over the next 2 or 3 years, it can be very easy for you to make your $200,000, $300,000 from prop firms in a year or two, if you can trade well and the prop firms still exist. And I don't think anyone should take that lightly, because if you think about how much money that is in our current economy and the impact of having such capital for your own personal trading, I think there's a big, it's like a parachute. Someone asks, how many steps did you take that were life-changing? I'd call this one of those opportunities for traders. But how to navigate them is obviously something that you'll need to learn. And you can learn in 2 ways. You can learn through your own experiences, or you can learn from other people's experiences. That's your choice. You have to make the choice of whether to learn through your own experiences, make it visceral, go through the pain and all that. Or you can listen to someone and try to understand in an abstract way what they're saying and use it to make better decisions. So it's a question of choice, Make your choice. If you're following the latter, welcome. If you're following the first one, all the best. I think that's what I'd say.
Yeah, cool. So Taras, you done?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty done. Just waiting to see you guys here.
Yeah, so as we wind up, just as Kenna said, join us, come see what opportunities you can have, how much you can scale your account. We can show you why you shouldn't really rush to take a big account. Start small, scale it up, use the small account to pay for the other accounts, how to get refunded, how to use cryptocurrency to get funded, because most of you are not familiar with crypto. All those things are entailed in the course, how to do all those things. So as we launched the product last week, we are just now getting a number of people, then we do them, and then we do them. If you go on our social media pages, we have Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. You'll find that we talk about them often, and we'll be posting when the next class will be, but it's this start of October, depending on when this video will come out. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for joining. Today we just wanted to talk about that product, why you need it, and when we're starting our classes. So that's about the Project FX, how to get funded course. And thank you for listening, and I'm hoping to see you guys soon. So catch you later.